Let me tell you something that's probably going to hurt a little bit, but it's true. The good old days, they're not the proof, they're the bait. If you've lived with an abusive drunk, you know the cycle. They hurt you and then they're nice. They say they're sorry. They promise. Then guess what? It happens again. It's like stepping on a nail and then getting an ice cream. Ice cream doesn't fix the nail, does it? So today, I'm going to help you try to break the spell, not with big, confusing steps, but with simple actions that will pull you back into reality. Living with an abusive drunk is like being on a roller coaster that you never asked to be on. Down, up, down. And when it goes up, you think, see, he's back. He's good again. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's all over. But then it always drops again. A calm day will never cancel out a violent night. Peace that depends on their mood, well, that's not really peace, is it? If you only feel safe when they feel good, then you're not safe. You're just waiting. And that waiting, that wears you out. It makes you smaller. The waiting makes your world tiny. You start watching a clock, their eyes, watching their hands, listening out for their tone. It's like you're living next to a sleeping bear, hoping that it doesn't wake up hungry and angry. And I'm sorry, that's not life. It's a hostage situation with the kitchen. So before we get into the actions, I need you to hear this. The good days, they don't mean that you're okay. The good days are how you stay. They're the reason that you stay. And that's what the bait is. The bait is a tiny good thing that keeps you close to a big bad thing, like a fisherman using bread to pull a fish towards a hook. The bread is not the love. The truth, that's the hook. And that's what the fish always bites. So let's talk about what bait looks like in real life. The bait sounds like, I'll never do that again. You know I didn't mean it. I hate myself when I drink. You're the only one who understands me. No, don't go. We're soulmates. Don't give up on me. Bait looks like a gift after a blow-up of tears and terror, a soft voice after a hard night, the man you fell in love with showing up for a day, and your heart says, see, there he is. But here's another thing to remember. A sweet moment, that never means it's a changed man. If the good him only shows up after the bad him hurts you, that's not growth. That's a cycle. That's like a kid who breaks a window and then says sorry, and then the next week goes and breaks it again. At some point, sorry, that just becomes a trick. Sorry without any change, plain and simple, is manipulation. The first thing I want you to do is to stop judging the relationship by its best moments and start judging it by its worst moments, because anyone can be nice when life is easy. The real question is, who are they when things are hard? Think of it like this. If a car runs great most of the time, but once a week the brakes stop working, you don't say, well, it's mostly a good car. No, you stop driving it because broken brakes can kill you, right? It's the same thing here. So ask yourself, who are they when they drink? Who are they when they're stressed out? Who are they when I cry and when I say no? And who are they when I need safety? Because the truth, that's not in the sunshine. The truth, that's in the storms. Love scares, because remember, love that scares you, well, that's not love. Your body knows. Your body tells the truth. If your stomach drops when you hear the door open, if your chest gets tight when the bottle comes out, if your mind goes blank when they start talking, that's not being dramatic. That's your body telling you that danger is here. Don't ignore your alarm just because the house looks nice on the outside. If you want a little reality check, imagine your best friend telling you, my husband drinks and then he calls me names. He scares the kids. He tears up the house and throws shit everywhere. But the next day he cries and says that he loves me. What would you say to her? You wouldn't say, well, at least he brought you some flowers, so maybe everything's okay. No, you would say, girl, that is not okay. Talk to yourself like you would talk to your daughter. Be fair, be honest. Measure the relationship by the storms and not the sunshine. The second thing you have to do is stop taking responsibility for their drinking and their change. When you live with a drunk, you're getting very slowly hired into a job that you never applied for. The job of managing their moods, being their babysitter, their emotional punching bag for their shame. That's the rescue job. But this is the truth. You can't keep saving someone who keeps jumping back into the fire. Think of a swimming pool. If someone keeps choosing to dive into the deep end and they can't swim and you keep diving in to save them, pretty soon you're going to drown too. You're not their lifeguard. Their drinking is not your homework. Here's another one. You didn't cause it, you can't control it, and you can't cure it. That's what AA says. Let that sink in, because a lot of you are trapped into this thought. If I stay calm, then maybe he'll calm down. If I love him enough, maybe he'll change. If I forgive more, maybe he'll stop. No, 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 no. That's hugging a cactus and hoping that it's going to turn into a rose. A cactus is a cactus. Love does not fix addiction. Love does not fix cruelty. And love certainly will not fix anyone who won't face themselves. So stop trying to be the rescuer. Quit the rescue job. You don't make any money on it. It's dangerous and it will steal your life. Remember that you can still love them, but you can also still leave the fire. Now, I know what the guilt is saying right now. The guilt says, but he needs me. He's hurting. He's had a hard past. But I promised. Listen, your promise to him does not outrank your promise to your own life. He can be hurting and still harming you. Both can be true. Feeling sorry for someone is not a reason to stay unsafe. Third action is to practice a calm exit, because abusive drunks, they want a dance partner. They want to fight. They want your energy. So you don't give it to them. Here's what a calm exit is. Breathe low and slow. Long breath in, long breath out, even if your heart is pounding. This tells your body that I'm not trapped. Say in one short line, pick one and keep it. I'm not doing this. I'm done talking. We can talk about it when you sober up. I'm leaving the room. Say it once, not 20 times. Move your body away into another room or outside. Go for a walk. Go to a friend's place, your car, somewhere safe. Why? Because here's the truth. You can't calm a storm by yelling at it. If a hurricane comes here in Florida, I can't do anything by yelling at it. I have to get the hell out of the way. So you get out of the rain. So you don't argue with the storm. You get out of the rain. Silence is a weapon when it's used correctly. And look, you're not leaving to punish him. You're leaving to protect you. The calm exit is how you stop from feeding the chaos. Let me explain something simple. When you keep fighting during the storm, your brain, it's learning that storms are normal, storms are love, storms are my job. But when you use the calm exit, your brain, it's learning something new. I don't live in storms. I don't debate abuse. I protect my peace. And that's how you get your self-respect back. And self-respect is the first door out. This is where the spell breaks. Not when he promises, not when he cries, not when he acts normal for a couple of days. The spell breaks when you stop letting good days erase the bad nights. So I want you to say this with me right now. Good days don't erase abuse. A sweet moment isn't a changed human being. Sorry without change is manipulation. You're not cold for seeing the truth. You're just finally awake. Okay, so let's wrap this up. The good days are not proof. They're bait. So your next few moves this week is, one, measure the storms, not the sunshine. The worst nights matter way more than the best mornings do. Quit the rescue job. They're drinking. That's not your homework. And use the calm exit. Don't try to fight a storm that you can't fight. Just walk out of the rain. And this is the final truth. If peace only exists when they're happy, you're not living. You're just waiting. You were not created by God just to be someone else's survival tool and punching bag. You were made to live free, safe, and whole. And if this hits you today, do me a favor. Like this episode, subscribe to the podcast, and share it with someone that needs it. And if you want more common sense guidance, real talk, no therapy fluff, go to flinchnomore.com. That's flinchnomore.com. I have resources there to help you think clear, breathe again, and take your next step. You don't need more proof to choose peace. You just need the courage and a plan. We'll talk soon.